What's going on, YouTubers? What's popping? East New York's finest, hosted by Mike. What's good? As I did say previous, that most likely after Comic Con, I may stop doing my. I'm gonna stop doing my videos and get rid of my channel. It's not. It was something I was definitely gonna do, and it's not like I said what I said to try to get more views and people. No, I was really willing. I was really going to do it, and I wanted to let everybody know I was doing it and why. So this way they'd be like, "Oh, where's Mike?" They know. But a lot of people have talked me out of it. Of course, Lou and a lot of the crew, as well as family and friends who do watch, and then a lot of people that I met over the weekend at the show who watch my channel and say, "Hey, I know you," and blah blah blah. Even though, and I'm gonna say, listen, I don't comment enough. I don't do thumbs ups enough or things like that. But I do like your videos. I like your realness. Yo, please, what we do, keep the channel. So I'm still contemplating on that. I'm not saying it's definitely going to go away. I'm not definitely not saying it's not. I'm just basically in a transition on contemplating that. Outside of that, there were some defeats I wanted. There was some feats I wanted to defeat, and I wound up doing that. My plan this year versus the last 2 years, 2015, because 2013 and 12, I was absent from Comic Con, and I think it was 13 and 14. Definitely 14. But 2015, I came home with stuff. I definitely know I came home with 2 statues and still have those 2. And they both no, one was an XM and one's a sideshow. No, one's an XM and one's a PCS. Jerry Macaluso wound up giving me the Akuma bus for free. And he said, "Well, he just don't want to see it on eBay. It would never go on eBay. I still have it in my collection. So when I do a video collection room or collection video, whatever, you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna show that." And I came home with the XM Studios Incredible Hulk. And big shout outs to Rick, to Vic. May he rest in peace, because I know he liked that piece like I do. He's a Hulk and Wolverine dude just like me. And he always kept trying to pry that from me. And, all the way up until his untimely death, I was contemplating on saying, you know what, maybe I will I will make a deal with him for it, because I know he loves it and likes it as much as I do. And then, unfortunately, he passed. So that really made me want to keep it. And I decided, to keep it. And that's how I wound up with that. And 2016, I actually came home with the premium format Arkham Asylum Joker, which is ironic because this year I got that same base signed by Mark Hamill himself. So that was a great feat for me. Then on top of that, last year I also came home with the Star Wars Darth Vader bust. And this year, no statues. So basically, my money was basically spent on autographs. And of course, why not? Hell, Mark Hamill's shit was $295 an autograph. But I did do it. It is what it is. I did it. I did 2 and wound up getting 1 for free. Really, really cool though. Outside of that, I got some of my books. I'm gonna get my books being CGC. And one is going to be signed by Jim Lee and CGC. And my plan was to go back on Saturday to not only to witness Jim Lee signing, but also to at least try to get a picture with him. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I'm pretty confident I will see him again. But at the end of the day, everything I wanted to do got accomplished. A couple of days late, but it did get accomplished at the show. So the show wasn't a bust for me whatsoever. I got the extra stuff that I have, got signed by JDF, obviously. I was in security. And, we actually sat back like 2 gentlemen and we spoke about a lot of shit. And, we're becoming a lot more personal. It's to the point now where I have his personal number. His personal number. Last year, I related everything through his assistant. Now, this year, I have his number. So, and I would never breach that trust by speaking anything that we personally spoke about verbally. Sometimes you have to know how to separate the man crush from that professional guy. And I was doing that all day Saturday and Sunday because I must have ran across so many, like they have the executive suites upstairs, and we were right by that elevator where they had security, and of course I had the clearance. That's how I got the Bruce Campbell pick. I did this the selfie with him, and I could have did more selfies with a lot of people. Of course, on Sunday, John Leguizamo was right at the door. I automatically recognized him. I was like, "What's up, jerk?" And he turned around and said, "What's up, fool?" Man, he was a cool guy, man. A lot of people always say he's a like I've heard over the years that John Leguizamo's a nasty ass dude. First of all, this guy was right around the whole crowd of people. I don't think a lot of people recognized him. I recognized him automatically. And come on, man, he's a dude from New York. How can he not be cool? You know, he was a cool guy. I said, hey, what's poppin', man? What's up, Johnny boy? What's good? Yo, can I get a selfie? He said, of course. You know how he does that, of course. So he did that, of course. Real cool guy. So I have to post that. So everything worked out great, man. I definitely had a good time. So the CDC stuff, done that. The Mark Hamill stuff, done that. I got 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3. 3 out of 6. Only because it was too much. And the 3 I picked was the 40th anniversary Luke Skywalker, which is basically, like I said, at the Meadowlands Flea Market about 3 weeks to a month ago, about a little over 3 weeks, I got her and the 40th anniversary Luke right here. And I asked him how much for the Luke. He said 10. I thought he was going to say 15 or 20. And I was going to get it even at the 15, even at the 20, because I knew this show was coming up. And the same day I walked out, I had a visual in my head of hopefully figuring out how I could find this particular Luke. What happens? Universe answers, God and fate answers by putting me in front of it. And on top of that, I said, well, would you take 15 for both? I figured, fuck it, I'll try to capitalize on it. I already have that father. And I got that for free from GameStop because they were doing a clearance, and I wound up paying for that Street Fighter thing of Ken, which is badass, and that was $39.99 because it was on sale. The Ryu was still $60, so he was on sale, and being that the Darth Vader was still $39.99, you know, you get one anything of equal value or less, you get for free as long as it's on clearance. That was on clearance. I'll take advantage of that by grabbing that, and it does come with a base. So I was contemplating on keeping this on card. I still might, and wait to try to get another layer. I don't know exactly what or how I'm gonna do that. Oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna keep this one because I'll probably keep the card. But I do see now that this is open, so I'll try to figure out a way to display that because Vader does come with the original 12 display base. So that's pretty cool. But the Luke one is also kind of damaged right here on the card when it's a little open. But it is signed by Mark, and it has that his certificate of authenticity sticker, something similar to what Stan Lee does. And again, I'm gonna have to try to have that displayed with these picks. And of course, like, you know, again, I got this stuff signed by JDF. Like, you know, this I picked up. I think I got this either out of one of my rooms or out of the Unique in Queens. I don't remember. This I got this from my vendor guy. This is the White Ranger. Obviously, this is him still. And what you call it. But I was like, instead of taking the whole figure and the box is beat up because it's missing the UPC, I was hoping he would sign this. But, you know, he did sign the inside. Well, I had this out and this separate, so I thought he would know to sign this as well, but he didn't. So whatever, it is what it is. That did get signed at the end of the day, and that was a late edition anyway. That was a last minute type of thing, and of course this also got signed by him right here, as you can see. This I definitely got. I can't believe. And it's like the more people walked around with this, I realized that I don't understand how somebody donated something so new. It wasn't in a box, but this is like $100 item or more. And the fact that I got this for like I think $10 or $15 at Unique in Queens at that time, I thought it was like the old version of this because I thought it was gonna be bigger because the talking Saba sword is heavy and big too. It's longer than this, so that's why I automatically. Oh my God, this fucking sleep mode shit gets on my nerves. Sorry about that. So, whatever. Anyway, so these both got signed by him, as well as that Walmart exclusive Red Ranger versus the White Ranger, and I fucked up because all I have to do is mention to so and so that I'm doing guard work for JDF or whatever, and I could have had the Red Ranger signed too. I didn't even think about that shit until coming home on a train last night when I heard this one dude telling his girlfriend that she didn't really know who the Red Ranger was. He was explaining it to her, and I guess he got something autographed. And he was talking about how he went to paratrooper school and this, that, and the third. And of course, he did sign that one for me. And this here, I could have got that signed by him. Even if I had to pay, it wouldn't have mattered, just due to the fact that, they both did fight each other. Of course, he kicked, Tommy, Jason, aka Tommy, kicked Jason's ass, which is, he played Jason in the Power Rangers. And this is pretty cool. When I saw this at Walmart, I grabbed this shit quick, and it was the only one on the shelf. And every time I go back, I see all the other ones except this one. So I knew, once I saw, I said, oh shit, it's the Red Ranger versus Green. Oh hell yeah. I automatically knew that this was gonna be sick. And I already knew, as soon as I picked it up, I already knew what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to get one or two more to have those signed too. And of course, outside of that, obviously I picked up a Nintendo 64 and I think 3 Nintendo 64 games and a Sega Saturn from this one kid in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I think it was either Craigslist or OfferUp or Let Go. He was selling shit expensive, but we wound up, talking and spent some time with him at his house, outside, because I don't go into people's house, bed bugs and shit. You could be clean and your house smells great. Doesn't mean you don't have bed bugs. When you let a lot of strangers and other people in your house, they may I'm very funny with that. I don't even like people. I'm not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother 35 minutes or more. I'm talking about that. But anyway, we were outside talking. It was a hot ass day, and I was on my motorcycle. So, we worked the deal out. So I wound up paying $60, and I got the Sega Saturn and the Nintendo 64 and those 3 games. So I definitely came up on that lot, and I was given offers like $25-$30 for the Nintendo 64. I know it was worth more than that. So I held off on it, and this one dude, him and his crew, they were selling all video game stuff at the show, and they were doing very successful. And he was the only person that had a Sega Master System there for $80. Everybody else wanted $30 to $40 more. And we wound up doing a deal. He actually took Nintendo 64, and it's funny because yesterday, that same Nintendo 64, he sold to somebody. So I was just like, okay. I was happy that he actually got rid of something that I brought to him. So I came $15 out of my pocket. So I gave a Nintendo 64 and $15 out of my pocket to get an $80 Sega Master System. So that was a fucking great deal for me. Very happy with that and his decision. And I had some mediocre games that I think most of them I got for free. Maybe 2 or 3 I paid $1, the $2 for the most. So I wound up doing a trade with 8-bit and up for a complete copy of the Sega Master System Ultra Beast. Of course, they had it marked at $24.99, which is expensive, but whatever. The games basically covered it. It's like I really paid $6 to $8 for it, which is, I'll do that all day. And because the guys that I did the trade with, they didn't bring any, they kept forgetting the Sega Master System games. So on Sunday, they brought a handful. And one of them happened to be Ultra Beast, and I think the Ultra Beast was like $11 or $12.99. So I was pissed off about that. Because that was literally half of what this other guy wanted. So it was what it was. So I did pick up, they gave me the Afterburner for $10. And this is actually complete. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really just gonna be buying games that I want. Even if it's games I know I could sell. If I know I can't make a decent profit, it's not a good title, I'm not gonna keep it. Other than that, I'm only going for good title games. I'm looking at other people's channels, and everybody got beautiful video game collections in their backgrounds, but I just want to stick strictly to games that I know that games that are either worth money and or games that I want to play and or just to collect because they were games I either beat and or I know they're good titles. Other than that, I'm not getting no more mediocre games unless I pay virtually nothing for them and I know they're worth at least $10, $15. Other than that, no more. Same thing for accessories and systems. So that's something I'm actually really, really taking in, taking in as well. So that's basically what I did. I did a lot of. Only things I brought were vintage shit, and of course this year, what did I put them? I know I had them somewhere. Oh man, shit. Oh, right here in front of me. Last year, Boom Comic Booth, they gave me about 12 or 13 copies of both of their exclusive Power Rangers with that Japanese like type of design on it. Samurai on it, and I was giving them away. By the time I came home, I realized that they were going for $70 for the pair. So I was like, fuck. But it doesn't matter. I kept like 2 copies of each. Still have 1 complete copy, and then the best copies, I actually had them. I had to, I basically forced my boy Mike at World Collectibles to just send them in anyway because he said he didn't think I was gonna get good grades on them. Wound up getting I think I wound up getting 9.2s or 9.6s on both. So that was great. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta push the envelope and see what and see what comes back, man. So this year they looked out for me on Sunday, and they gave me all 3 copies for free, all 3 paperbacks. I got volume 1, 2, and 3. So of course I'll hold on to these, keep these protected until the next time. And when I see David Yost and Walter, because now they know me. They know who I am and know that I'm working with JDF, and they're real cool. And we were talking, and again, I want to keep things professional. I want to, leave the man crush, celebrity loving thing to the side and be more professional. Because they're human beings. They know they're famous. They know they love and they like. But sometimes you have to be down to earth with them, and not only just be on their level, but sometimes be a fan or be respectful and just realize these are people. They're not just commodities. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be like that sometimes, even though you're like, yo, oh my God, you gotta do it. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people just want to hang out with them because of who they are, not who they are, but who they are. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying. So I had to hold my composure a lot the last couple of days, especially riding that executive elevator up and down to the executive suites of the Jacob Javits Center. It was crazy because the selfies I should have and could have took was bananas. But, especially when I'm doing security with him, I can't be, can I take, it just doesn't, it's just not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not professional. And, when it comes to security and shit, I'm very professional and very upbeat. So, it is, whatever. So what else I did? Oh, and I think I did, you guys seen the video of that Voltron. Speaking of Voltron, where the hell is it? I have to pause for a minute. Now I'm thinking about it. I have it. I don't know if you guys saw it. These are G.I. Joes. Okay, it's right here. I don't remember what I showed you guys because I've been tired. Obviously very, very, very tired. So I'm just all over the place right now. And of course, I gotta clean my room again. This room just stays getting fucked up due to the fact that I just keep bringing shit in here and fucking it up. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay. So I did get a Voltron too, but I meant to say the Megatron. I did do a video right here in front of my face. I did do a video showing you guys the Voltron, but unfortunately he wasn't messed up. Not Voltron, Megatron. But the guy took care of me, and I kept the same box, and him and his boys traded, which was pretty badass. I didn't want my money back. I wanted the Megatron, and I was actually willing to pay more. And it was like, no, don't worry about it. We'll work it out. We'll work out the kinks amongst ourselves. So that made me feel a little bad, but but I gave him a great deal every time I kept bringing him shit to sell. So I know he's happy with that. So, and of course, the only thing that was missing was the manual with the poster and all that, and shit like that with the stickers. But this Megatron gun is actually in better condition than the one that he had in here for the 150. I basically got this just on trade because I traded shit the last day and I wound up getting cash back. Not much, but enough. Modest enough. So I was very happy with the trade because last year I regretted that I didn't get Megatron. Both times they had two Megatrons, and I ain't gonna say I passed on them. I knew the prices were good, but I got beat to the punch both times, and I was sleeping on. I hesitated a lot, and this year when I saw them, I was like, "Yo, I gotta get them," and I didn't rush, but I got them. I wound up getting them anyway, and I wound up didn't even coming out of pocket for it. I wound up putting money in my pocket for a trade. For some Marvel Universe figures and shit. So that was great. I love the trade, and it worked out pretty good for myself. They took care of me by exchanging that. And, of course, I did tell you guys that I wanted to get my hands on the Generation 1 Galvatron. I definitely overpaid, but, again, I was extremely tired. I wasn't paying attention. My attentions on Saturday evening was to look up what he's going for and decide, because they had it priced at $60. And the wife told me, her name is Maria, real nice, and the wife told me, wait for him Sunday. He'll be here Sunday because Friday and Saturday he was running the store. His wife and his two best friends the two of them are brothers, and he's like a brother to them too, even though he's not blood. So they all grew up together for years, and they're in the comic business and shit together. So that's what's up. And what I'm saying. So she said she'll hold it. So he said 50, and I was happy with that, but I figured maybe I could push the envelope a little more. And I was like, well, can you do 40? He said, well, I'm into it for about that. And he said, I'll tell you what, how about 45? And we stuck on 45. And at the end of the day, it was pricey. I mean, yeah, on eBay, you got to pay eBay fees. But I've seen, now looking at them on eBay today, I was like, damn, I didn't realize how cheap he is. People are paying anywhere from under $20 to over $80 for him. And this is loose. This is not even in the package. In the package, it's like 120 to like 150. You know what I'm saying? And he did come out of my pocket, even though it was money that I originally generated from them. Either way you look at it, I still got them for free, but I can't. It's their money, but in a way, when you think about it, technically, I did come out of pocket because it was their money I put in my pocket and I took back out to give back to them. But at the end of the day, it is still money that I made off of them to repurchase him. To the average person who just see a piece they like, but I think a lot of the people, the reason why a lot of their loose figures and loose vintage shit didn't sell because a lot of people looked up and knew prices, so they just weren't buying them. And I think that's the reason why this piece didn't sell from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was because everybody else knew about it better than I did. But ever since I was a younger man, I always wanted Galvatron. I've never owned a Galvatron. I think somewhere along the line I did a trade or somebody had one and I wound up getting it back in maybe the late 80s or early 90s, extremely early 90s or late 80s. And it was kind of banged up, missing shit, but I think that's how I acquired one of these. And it was a brief acquirement because I don't really know what happened to it, but I did know I did own one of these. I think it was like a bootleg because I think he was black. It doesn't matter. Any way you look at it, I watched the Transformers movie a couple of weeks ago, and I'm happy to get a G1 Galvatron. So, I was like, you know what? If they have some retro shit, I'll try to pick it up. And that's what I was doing. So that worked out pretty good. Plus, I know I mentioned this artist from Chicago that's extremely famous, and he's got people all over Japan and stuff buying his dolls. All his vinyl figures. He basically does black superheroes, and he puts like his own artistic spin on everything he does. I did on Saturday night. I did forget to show you guys this poster that I got. It's a $45 poster. They had a $400 poster, but I was like, wow, I really want to. I didn't even want to know what that $400 poster looked like. But this one was bad, and obviously I paid for it and got it signed, and it's beautiful. I support all artists, especially when it comes to people of color. And this thing is fucking beautiful. And this is a piece of his art. And he actually signed it. It says to Mike with his signature on it, 2017. And he actually signs everything off, so you know it's him with his little, you know, characters. And this is really cool. So I'm definitely going to get a picture frame for this. I might go with a bright color or something like that. He's a great artist. I mean, he's so good that he actually Jay-Z and him met up, and he did some work for Jay-Z. And if you're from the New York area or certain areas where you look out your window, you see a whole bunch of billboards and you see a whole bunch of advertisements on subways and subway cars, trains, train stations, buses and stuff like that. You see Revlon and all these other companies. In Chicago, most of his artwork is all over the place. And again, his name is Hebrew Brantley. And Hebrew is spelled Hebru. Last name Brantley. Brantley. So look that up. And he's basically up there with Ron English. They're both great artists. They're both doing big things. And I'm really getting into like designer toys now. Last year was something that I kind of regret now getting rid of my last Liberty Grin toy. I had 3, and I don't know. I swore I still had 2. I mean, 1 out of 2, because I thought I got rid of 2 and had 1, and I didn't realize it until recently that I sold my last one. So I kind of fucking feel stupid for doing that. But it is what it is. So, you know, I do have a designer area. I got to move some of those other statues out of there and put that shit somewhere else and just use this thing outside for my designer stuff, which his shit will go in. And my Ron English sneakers, I showed you guys, the Secret Base and Puma collab that he did. I brought 2 pairs of those, and I brought 2 of Hebrew's Little Mama vinyl doll. Beautiful doll. Very heavy. Sexy, nice, like not sexy like oh my god, but you know, like sexy, beautiful, sexy. And 1 I brought for pure profit. Well, not pure profit, but at least try to make more money back that I spent on both. That and the shoe. That was my plan, so that's why I brought 2 of each. The poster is definitely gonna be hung up. And what else was there? Of course, you guys knew that I purchased some GI Joes and weapons. I think I paid like maybe $125 or $130 for both. People at Barnes Auction made sure I paid for the GI Joes. I mean, for the GI Joe weapons. And everybody who was talking shit about, oh, the GI Joes, anybody gonna buy them? They messed up. Why would they sell them? What idiot would buy? And those are the same fucking assholes. When it came time for the sale, they were bidding on it. And I kept my hand up, and I actually verbalized, listen, I don't care what happens, ain't nobody getting them. So I want to win them. I think I wound up winning them at $40 to $45, and of course they were broken at the waist because of the deterioration on the rubber and their O-rings. You know, the things that hold their waist to their upper body. But other than that, GI Joe's in great. All the GI Joe figures are in great condition, so I didn't mind because I know I can go online and buy the O-rings, and that worked out. Because they came on Saturday evening. They came on Saturday. When I looked in the mailbox, they were in there. And that's them right here, obviously. I think it's 50 of them. So, let me open them up. Man, I can't even open up this. So yeah. The O-rings. And, of course, a couple dollars. Come on. If all these G.I. Joe figures were still together, I guarantee you they would have sold them all separate. They all would have sold between $5 to $15 to $20 separately. So being that they were broken and people they don't think outside the box, I paid $45 for them. The G.I. Joe weapons cost me more because people know G.I. Joe weapons are worth money. And I wound up paying, I think, $80 to $85 for the weapons. I wasn't letting them go. And since I had to pay higher on the G.I. Joes, I shouldn't have paid no more than $25 for them. And no more than $15 to $30 for the fucking weapons, because a whole bunch of assholes were acting the way they did, I wound up paying for. But at the end of the day, I made sure nobody else got them. So I guess when you think about it, that's more important. To, you know, stick to your guns and shit like that. So I'll probably be taking care of that tomorrow. And showed you guys that. I showed you the galvatron. And oh yeah, by the way, the galvatron obviously does work. And if I press the little trigger in the back, it works both ways, from here and from the red trigger. So it's, you know, and it is complete. So now I got a box megatron loose but box, and I have a loose but complete galvatron. So I'm happy. And I know I've showed you guys this stuff before. I did get some G.I. Joes from those people that I worked with as far as doing shit with. So I'll show you guys again. Got this G.I. Joe. I keep forgetting the name of this tank. I like this tank. This tank came out first, and then they came out with the Mauler. This was $10 because it's missing the two parts. It's missing the cannon here and here, but I can always find that stuff online real cheap for G.I. Joe parts. And then this is the howitzer, whatever thingamajig. And this I got from the dude who I brought a G.I. Joe lot from. He came out to the house. Actually, no, this and this came from there. What I'm talking about. He actually gave me these free when we did the G.I. Joe stuff. And now I think about it, I just totally forgot all about it. So I probably got there's some G.I. Joes in here. I probably just realized I just fucked up, but whatever. Yeah. They're probably in this bucket thing. It doesn't matter. The more the merrier, right? And I think I showed you guys the afterburner. These are the G.I. Joes that I got from before. You guys have already seen the G.I. Joe, the other G.I. Joe official carrying case, the plastic black one. Showed you guys, damn, all right, I guess I'm finished. That's about everything, right? If I am missing something, my apologies. I am extremely tired, and I should have done this video earlier when I did have the energy, but I wanted to sit back and rest. But anyway, catch you guys on the flip side, man. It was a great con, great experience, and I achieved a lot that I wanted to achieve. I achieved everything I wanted to achieve, so I'm very happy with that. Now all I gotta do is go and pick up some frames to put this, you know, saying to get this stuff framed. Peace.